In the beginning, there was nothing. No stars, no sun, no earth, and no time. Only the vast, silent void. But into this emptiness, a voice spoke. It was a voice of power, a voice of authority, and a voice of infinite imagination. Let there be light. Imagine the first second of existence. A blinding flash tore through the darkness, shattering the void. Light didn't just appear. It exploded into being, traveling at speeds we can barely calculate. This was day one. God separated the light from the darkness, calling the light day and the darkness night. But the universe was still a chaotic sea of energy. On day two, God spoke again, and a vast expanse was formed, the atmosphere, the heavens. He separated the waters above from the waters below. Now there was a sky of canvas of deep blue waiting for the wonders to come. As we watched the swirling gases and the cooling atmosphere, we realized that this wasn't an accident. This was a deliberate, artistic masterpiece. Every atom was being placed with intention. The Creator was laying the foundation for a home that would eventually sustain life, beauty, and love. Before a single heart beat on this planet, God was already preparing the air you breathe and the light you see. On day three, the planet began to take shape. God commanded the waters to be gathered into one place, and dry land appeared. Imagine the sound of continents shifting, the first mountains thrusting toward the sky, the first valleys being carved by rushing rivers. He called the dry land earth and the gathered waters seas. But the earth was still a brown and gray canvas. Then God spoke, and the world turned green. Grass began to carpet the hills and trees, heavy with fruit and ancient strength, reached their branches toward the new sun. Flowers of every color imaginable, crimson, gold, violet, burst into bloom. This was the birth of biology. Every seed carried a code, a promise of future generations. Then came day four. God populated the vast sky. He created the greater light to rule the day, our sun, a massive ball of fire providing energy and warmth. And he created the lesser light, the moon, to pull the tides and light the night. But the Bible adds a beautiful, almost casual detail. He also made the stars. Billions upon billions of galaxies, spread across trillions of miles, were created with a single breath. The universe was no longer a void. It was a glowing, spinning gallery of God's glory. The stage was set, and the music of the spheres had begun. On day five, the silence of the world was broken by the first sounds of life. God turned his attention to the oceans and the skies. He said, "Let the waters teem with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth." Suddenly, the seas were alive. Massive whales began to roam the deep, and tiny seahorses danced in the coral reefs in the sky. The first wings caught the wind, from the tiny hummingbirds to the great albatross. The air was filled with the music of songbirds. God blessed them, saying, "Be fruitful and increase in number." On the morning of day six, the land followed suit. God called forth the living creatures according to their kinds, livestock, creatures that move along the ground, and wild animals. Lions roared for the first time in the tall grass. Elephants marched through the forests. The earth was a vibrant, thrumming masterpiece of biodiversity. But even with all this beauty, the mountains, the stars, the oceans, and the animals, the work was not yet complete. There was a missing piece. The world had a house, it had servants, but it did not yet have a steward. The Creator was about to do something he had not done with the stars or the trees. He was about to create something in his own image. Then God said, "Let us make mankind in our image, in our likeness." God reached into the dust of the ground and shaped a man. He didn't just speak him into existence, he formed him. And then the most intimate moment in history occurred. God breathed his own breath into the man's nostrils, and he became a living being. Man was followed by woman, created to be a partner and an equal. They were given the earth as a gift, told to rule over it with care and wisdom. God looked at everything he had made, the light, the stars, the land, the plants, the animals, and finally, humanity, and he said it was very good. On day seven, God did something that would define the rhythm of human life forever. He rested, not because he was tired, but to set a pattern of Sabbath. He blessed the seventh day and made it holy. This is the story of where we come from. You are not an accident of chemistry or a random occurrence in a cold universe. You were designed by a master artist who spent 6 days building a home just for you. Every sunrise is a reminder of day 1. Every breath is a reminder of day 6. And every moment of peace is a reminder of day 7. As we begin this journey through the stories of the Bible, remember that it all started with a voice and a vision. Thank you for watching the beginning of the story. In our next episode, we explore the Garden of Eden and the choice that changed everything. Don't forget to subscribe and join us for the journey through the Word of God.